So this is a continuation of the blueprint that I was laying out for you of how to launch your business from day one to having success. So this is the part two follow up to that video. Now, in the last video, I showed you a process here, and this is pretty messy because in the last video, we went through this process of promoting your link directly versus building a system for yourself, having a system online that you own, that you funnel your traffic through, and then you show those people your link or whatever business you're promoting. So if you got that concept in the beginning, part one video where I show you the difference of why it's a better way of promoting online your own system as opposed to promoting, say, just the raw link and actually building a business as opposed to just having something you're promoting more like a hobby in a sense. Because this, there's no long-term thing. Because the links, they could come and go, right? If the business flops, you're not seeing good results with it, whatever it might be, you decide, you know what, I don't want to promote this link anymore. Well, guess what? All this traffic that you sent to this link, you can never recapture it. And you did a lot of hard work. You got to give it to yourself. If you send traffic to anything online, I mean, it's no easy feat. And to give that traffic away, say if you stop promoting that business is no longer, then you've just lost all that hard work you did. As opposed to if you send your traffic through your system that you own, then you're collecting all that traffic in your system. So no matter what happens to this link, you always have the traffic ready to go that whenever you want to promote anything else, you have the traffic to send it to. So hopefully that kind of cemented what I mentioned on the first video, gave you a little nugget of how you should really be looking at your business, that this is not something you're messing around with, right? You're trying to make a serious income online, something life changing for you. You're doing this for a reason, right? You have some goals in mind. There's some things in your life you want to do differently, you want to change. And if you're doing it this way, nothing is going to change. You're just going to keep reinventing the wheel, kind of grinding at things constantly, wondering why you're failing, why everything seems to be a scam. This is truly a long process. Now, I tell you what, I did this process online when I first started. I was looking for the cheapest way to make money online, the easiest way, the easiest, fastest, cheapest way. That was my thing. If I could find something for free that could make me money fast without doing much work, that's what I was looking for. And I tell you what, that's how I ended up getting, if you want to put a label on it, and I don't really like to use this word much, but if people would put this word on it, scammed. It was when I was trying to find the cheapest way to make money online without no work, and that's what I found. Because here's why that happens when people say they've been scammed, because they're looking for things in the wrong area. When you're looking for doing things the right way, legitimately, you're not trying to, cut corners or take shortcuts or, do things the back way. You're doing things the right way, it works out. When you're trying to do things in a shady way, I mean, really, how do you make money for free, right? I mean, something has to happen. So when you're trying to do things in a shady way, the end result is you usually end up getting burned in the long run. And it's like, it's no fault of anyone in a sense. It's just that, that's the path you chose of not doing the right way. And so it's like, well, you might get lucky doing it the wrong way, but chances are if you get burnt, that's just the way it is. That path just normally just leads to that kind of stuff. So what I suggest is you do things the right way. And this is, you've been hearing it. This is nothing new. I'm sure this is nothing new where people say, you know what, you got to have your own system. You have to have a marketing funnel. You have to build an email list. So this is nothing new. The thing with me I found was I tried to shy away from this process. And in that process of shying away from doing what I know I needed to do, I end up spending a lot more money, wasting a lot more money than if I just did it the right way the first time. I was going around the system, trying not to build a list and trying to market my own thing, trying to find the surefire traffic system way to get people in, the best marketing system, actually the best traffic source. You think if I found the best traffic source, I could make a boatload of money. But it all comes back to the same principle. Traffic is people, right? You're dealing with people, and it's the same thing. No matter what, if people come and see a link, their reaction is the same. They want to check things out, right? They're going to come and look at this link and say, okay, they might join it. Some people might. I mean, I definitely saw the link and I joined directly from it. But what are the chances that every day you'll find someone like me that will join just by clicking on the link? If you want to increase your odds of people joining and clicking on your link and joining, then this is the better way. This method here is the hit or miss way. That's the thing. It's like, it could happen. Certainly, it happened with someone. I joined with someone link, but that's the hit or miss way. Because I could certainly have clicked off that link and say, you know what, I'm not ready yet. But it's something that happened in my life at that point when I saw Best Stevie work. I said, you know what, I'm ready. But if I wasn't ready, I could have easily clicked off that link, that one person's link, and come back to it, say, 2 weeks later, and I would have joined with someone else. So you don't want to take that chance. So let me dive into the part 2 of this. It's kind of like cementing everything for you. So once you've got to this point where you realize, okay, I do need a system. There's no way around it. Either I want the long way, which is promote my link forever, or I want to shortcut my success process online and have this happen for me quicker. So it's like once you have the system, it's like, okay, how do I get momentum and things happen in my business? And so that's what I'm going to show you in the part 2 series here. So in the part 2 series, we've already gone through the process where that link, the affiliate link that you got from the company, that normally, the rookies, they go ahead and promote it, the link. Since we already know better, we won't be doing that. Because the thing is, when you know better, you could do better. Because you understand it. And so I think a lot of things boils down to sometimes, you understand. Sometimes in our lives we see people do some crazy stuff, right? And it's like, I don't get it. It's like, I don't know why that person did that. And then you have a conversation with them, right? And then you understand where they're coming from. It's like, you know what? You judge them because of what they did. And now it's like, you know what? That was a false way of judging people. And it certainly happened to me. I mean, I've been around folks. They did something a little different, differently than I would do it. And it's like, I didn't understand why. And it's like, okay, made a judgment. And then they explained it to me. And then it becomes the better way. It's like, wow, I should be doing it that way as well. So when you know better, you're able to do better. And I think that was the moment for me, was when I really understood this process, that you know what, true enough, I might be trying to say I'm saving money by not having a system and going out to promote things. But the thing is, my entire time was being sucked online. And I'm like, well, if I paid for that time, if someone was paying me literally, if I went to a second job, third job, whatever it might be, someone's paying me for that time, I would have made a lot of money. And I'm spending all this time driving traffic to a link that I am promoting this incorrectly, and that's why I'm not getting the end result. Now, what if I spent something, just a little bit, to get my own system and then market my system? If I'm making a boatload of money as opposed to little pennies here, then I could definitely afford the entire process over and over again. So my mind had to change and shift in order for me to say, you know what, that's truly the better way. And if I'm penny pinching here and there, you're saving pennies, but you're losing out on dollars. It's like, well, what's the point? The point is to make a lot of money online. It's not to lose a lot of money, and it's not to spend your entire life online marketing or trying to, make money online. It's definitely have a business online that runs by itself, that you can make money. So enough with that. Let me get right into part 2. How do you get from this point? You have your system up. How do you start getting, activity happening? So we got from this point, now that you have your system. So this is your system. Since you have your system, the thing is, now you go get traffic to your system. Now, I've done quite a few videos on traffic systems, using different traffic sources. I test different traffic sources so you could know which one's working, how they're doing, and how to kind of bypass the ones that are not. So I definitely test traffic systems, so you could get that info, and I post it. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel or sign up to my free marketing course here. So you're sending traffic to it. So no matter what, you gotta send traffic, right? We already know that point. The thing is, when the traffic comes into your system here, it's like, what happens at this point? So here's the magic now. So the person comes in, and I'm just going to use Best Easy Work because you're probably looking at Best Easy Work with me, or that's the business I promote. So we'll just use that one. So Best Easy Work. You have people coming into your system, and I show you how to do this. You're doing marketing traffic. People are coming into the system. Now, what do? The thing you have to kind of, and I'm giving you the big picture here, because if I give you little bullet points without you realizing, where this is coming from, it's like making a judgment, right? You see someone do something, you have no clue why they did it, and it's like, well, I don't know about that. So here's a big picture to this. The way you get people to join with you, right? You're going to get people to join. That's the end result. Get people to join with you so you can make money. That's the end result of this. The thing is, you personally have to go learn something. So that's how I started when I started. My day zero, day one, I start day one, and it's like, okay, I'm just like anyone else starting a business. I have no results. The thing is, you got to go learn something so you could have results. So the first thing is, you go learn something. And I do plenty of stuff on this channel, with my teachings that you could learn something. You could learn which traffic source. So if you learn that, this traffic source did well for me, then what's the next thing you do? You teach it to someone. And then what happens? Because you learn it, you teach it to someone, you then begin to have success. Because here's what I'm going to tell you and show you here. People want to know things. They want to know that this thing is working, right? If they're going to join this business, they want to know it works. So what's the best way you could show them that it works, right? You got to teach them that it works. In order for you to have the success that you're looking for, you got to show them that it works. And the only way to really show them how it works is to teach them things. So what do you teach them? You teach them that you have a system, right? You teach them that you're in this business, you have a system, and you're able to drive traffic to your system and have people join with you. But you're going, well, how do I do all that? I mean, that was the point, right? To learn and teach people. Well, how am I going to do that? The thing is, you got to first do it. In order to learn something, you have to do it. We sit in front of, say, YouTube videos and TV and whatever it is, and we see a lot of stuff, right? You see it, but you don't do it. And you think, oh, well, I kind of know how to do that, but you don't really know how to do something until you do it. So if you haven't done it, right, you truly haven't learned it. You've seen it, right? So you've seen a lot of stuff online, and you've seen people have success. Now, we're going to go have you have success. So in terms of how to learn to have success, now you got to do it. You see it, right? To learn it, you have to do it. So you do the thing. So to do the thing is, promoting your link is not the way. You already know that. You've seen the proof of why that is not the most effective way to make money in the shortest period of time. So you've already seen that process. So you already know that having a system, a marketing funnel online is what makes you money, right? Having people come through your system, you introduce them to something, you make money. Now the thing is, you need to learn how to do this and then teach it. So the thing is, you follow the process. That's what you do. You follow the process. You follow what I show you. You follow what works online, and this is what works. You already hear it. So how I teach folks, and actually how I show people how to do this, and this is pretty much a broad version of it, I definitely do a step-by-step, is you go do this. So you do it by driving traffic, but you have to have your system set up. When you have your system set up, you're showing these people that, you know what, I have a system in place that's working, that's building me, having people join my system. They're joining. So if people are joining the system with you, you've now mastered, believe it or not, you've mastered something that 99% of people on the internet haven't done. You've mastered how to get people to join your system.